Okay, so when I talked to you last, I talked to you about a collision between a truck over here and a car over here, and I asked you guys to just talk about the momentums. And for the most part, you seem to get it, right? I'm not going to put numbers in for this, but I do want to talk about P equals mv. Again, momentum is equal to the mass of an object times the velocity of an object. And most of you were able to recognize that the P of the truck is going to have a big mass and a big velocity because it's larger and it's going faster. And the momentum of the car is going to be a smaller mass and a smaller velocity because it's smaller and not going as fast. The one issue that came into play, let's talk about what you did first that was correctly. Okay, so this has a good amount of momentum, and this has a good amount of momentum, and this has less momentum. Now, after the collision, this is before. After the collision, this truck is now going. Let's see if I can make a copy. Copy. Paste. After the collision, this truck is now going with still a big mass, but now a small velocity, right? So I'm hoping you can see that we have lost momentum, right? We had a change in momentum where momentum was lost from the truck because it went from big velocity to little velocity. Okay. That's awesome. And I hope that you recognize that this momentum went to the car. So the car gained momentum. Wait, what? That's a little weird. So here's where the issue came in. You guys looked at this and said, look, it has a smaller amount of momentum. But you didn't address the fact that this is negative momentum. And the reason that it's negative momentum is because it's going to the left, right? That would be positive momentum. That would be negative momentum. So if the car had just stopped, then the way that you guys talked about it as it losing momentum is kind of correct. But notice that, copy, paste. Hey, after the collision, rotate it, flip it. After the collision, the car has that same small mass, but it has velocity, where before it actually had negative velocity. So this went from a negative P to now a positive P. So this car, although it looks like it slowed down and maybe even turned around, actually gained momentum. Only because it went from a negative momentum to a positive momentum. But the idea that we lost momentum here is important because if you lose momentum in one portion, you need to gain momentum in the other.